let them know. Say, hey, easy on the butter. Because if you don't pay attention, they'll just be.
Yeah, but when I go in there, I don't care. Once I go there, my mind is set. I get the same thing every single time. It's 8 eggs, the hash browns, the steak,
those hash browns at
raisin toast and a waffle.
Oh, the raisin toast. Man.
Oh, it's so good.
That is awesome.
So good.
I hate it.
Just once I got in this habit of because I have a friend of mine that I've known for 30 years. So he owns a catering company. Mm-hmm. So he had come to us probably almost a year ago, I guess, and says, hey, if you help me with this, help me get this food prep thing going, I'll hook you and the boys up and your wife. But Paula doesn't eat anything, so it's a waste for her. So I said, okay. So we started helping him get this thing, and he started getting more actually kids from the performance center all over and then he's like, okay, stop. Like, it's too much now.
Yeah.
But he does all our food. We pick it up on the weekends, and and that's all I eat. I'm just once in a while, if Paula wants to go out or we stop and eat something, every once in a while you get that craving that your body just needs some really crappy stuff in it. So you just feed it that. But once you get a routine and I eat, like I'm the worst. If I get hungry, I'm literally a piece of shit to deal with. Like I'm so bad. But now it's easy. I take my bowls, I put it in there, and literally, if you make an effort, it's easy to do anywhere. It's just half the time I was so lazy, I just, there's the McDonald's. Let me just eat that instead.
Yeah.
What's Billy Gunn's favorite cheat meal?
Well, I was telling, like, it's Burger King, McDonald's, or KFC.
Wow.
Until I guess it was 2 weeks ago when we were in Jacksonville. I'd left Jacksonville. I was going back. And I grabbed a bucket of chicken and literally walked in my hotel room, sat it in between my legs, and was like a total Neanderthal. I was eating chicken and throwing it in the bag like just as fast as I could eat it, and then sat on the couch like this.
You're just disgusting with yourself.
He told us that a week after he did it. So we rode home together at the hotel, and then we were like, all right, good night. Everybody went good night. We have separate rooms. Then meanwhile, me and Colten are eating our diet, and meanwhile, he's just he ordered KFC on his phone.
Crushing KFC.
We didn't hear about it till a week later.
Yeah.
Sneaky.
I'm old school. I like McDonald's. I like the junk food. I never eat it, but I love McDonald's.
Mine's Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
I love Taco Bell.
I can tell you the last time I had Taco Bell, I was actually on the road for BPI. It was before I moved down here. It was the week before. Specific. The week before I moved down here. Remember we got hit with the hurricane?
Oh yeah.
And it went up to New York and destroyed
Sandy.
New York. Sandy, yeah. And I was leaving New York. And I stopped, I think it was somewhere outside of Philadelphia that night and stayed. And that's the last time I had Taco Bell.
I used to work at Taco Bell when I was in college. It was like one of my summer jobs. It was pretty cool. Work the drive-through window till because Taco Bell's always open late, right?
Yeah.
So that was the spot. It was almost like partying because if you're there after midnight, it's just drunk people coming through. Yeah.
There's one downtown now that serves alcohol. Like,
that sounds dangerous.
Taco Bell?
Oh yeah.
Downtown Orlando. It's
Downtown
called,
Orlando. It's in
Taco
the
Bell
middle of
Canteen.
downtown.
Oh yeah, the canteen, the
Yeah.
actual restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
I think that's the
dangerous.
only fast food I want.
Who are you looking for? How
I
many?
need it. Oh,
I can't eat Taco Bell.
Paul. Go just a little further down
straight
that
down the
hallway.
hallway. Yep. So you guys grew up in Orlando, right? You're from Orlando, and you're originally from Orlando as well. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're real life Florida.
Yeah, man.
So was my mom and so was my grandma.
Okay.
It's like third generation Florida.
Hey, totally unrelated to it. You guys ever gone to any of the freshwater springs up that way?
Oh, great.
Which is the best one? That's something I've been to two. I was in DeLand.
So DeLand one's not bad.
Yeah, that was nice.
The Wekiva one back in the day was where everybody went.
Wiki
and it was
Washi?
awesome.
I
Now,
went there like 2 weeks ago.
Wait,
I'll
which
never
one?
go back.
The one at the
Wekiva's-
land?
No,
No,
Wekiva's-
Wekiva. So Wekiva Springs is a big one. So now everybody goes there.
Yeah.
The one in DeLand still is a little
Quieter?
on the good side.
Yeah.
But Wekiva used to back in the day because there's a huge grass place that just goes all the way up, and then the springs all the way at the bottom. Oh, so nice.
So
And
sick,
now it's
man.
just
Really
it's
big
just
hole in the
everything's overrun and people don't take care of anything, so it's just a disaster.
Such a shame, yeah.
Yes.
But you also on that Wekiva one, you get to rent canoes, and you can go as far as you want because it's just a river. and it's clear, and you can see saw an alligator. A couple
Yeah, it's
turtles.
so
I went
cool.
like 2 weeks ago.
When I was there, they had those alligator gar in the water. You ever see
Oh,
those
yeah.
things?
Yeah,
They look like a sawfish.
Yeah.
And they look really scary. I mean, I guess they don't bite or anything, and they're like
No.
3 feet long and right next to you with those
That
teeth.
tarp, right? Tarp.
Yeah, same thing.
I saw those in the Keys, like in open
No,
water.
tarpon.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and they eat
Huge.
everything.
I thought it was a shark.
Yeah.
It was so scary.
They're not like
In the water.
dangerous, but they eat everything. Like they would bite your fingers and stuff like that. They do have teeth.
You know, I watched the other day, 30 for 30, a magic moment. Have you
was
seen
that?
that one with Shaq and Penny in Orlando, where it's basically showing like they were just trying to convince them that, hey, look, there's people in Orlando.
Yeah.
It's not just like Disney World, so it's kind of crazy to see like Orlando before the 80s. It's weird, you know?
Yeah. I think there's another one, Rock Springs, where you can rent like a tube and it takes you all the way
Yeah.
around.
I did with the family once. I got 3 kids, but I want to do more of that. But so far from South Florida because you got to go north and west from.